Here, man, hit this shit, man. Hit that shit, man. Hit that shit. Smoke with your boy. What up, though? It's your boy Stone Unboxing here. Just hitting you with another video. And this video is about WBO 130-pound champ Jamel Herring, who is fighting this week against Lamont Roach. It's going to be on ESPN Plus Saturday night, November 9th, I think. Yeah, 9th. Now, we all are getting to know Jamel Herring. We all remember him from being part of Adrian Broner's team and PBC, and I mean had a few fights with memorable fights on PBC, but never got that title that he was after. And now he's switched teams. He's with Bomac, Red Spikes, and Esau Dieguez, which are Team Crawford, Terrence Crawford's trainers. So he's part of the Crawford camp right now, and he's earned his title. He beat the Japanese Masayoko, whatever his name was. It was a great fight. I watched it. I covered it on my Instagram page. I mean, my YouTube wasn't started yet, so I didn't cover it on YouTube, but I covered it on my Instagram page. But it was a good fight. He neutralized everything he did. He checked, hooked. He did everything he needed to do. Made it an easy fight and became a world champion. And coming right off of that, he's fighting his mandatory. He didn't do it voluntary. He went going straight into his mandatory. So I salute you for that, getting your mandatory out the way. And it's gonna be a tough fight. I just went and watched a few more of Lamont Roach's fights. He's a real decent fighter, real good fighter. He has a decent speed, good footwork. Not the best or hardest puncher, but he's a decent puncher for the division. So I'm expecting this to be a great fight. They're both originally from New York, so this is going to be a fight that I think we're going to remember. You know, I expect Jamel Herring to perform excellently. I've been watching him in camp. I've been seeing his the work he's putting in, and the boy looks in shape, looks strong, looks focused, looks like he's ready to maintain his title and build on, and hopefully can get this, a unification. We already see that Miguel Burchelt is ducking him. Don't even want to say his name. I know Tevin Farmer is with the zone, but TopRank and the zone have been working, so maybe we can get a unification that route. The other guy already moved up, so I would like to see the Burchelt fight. I would like to see him get his unification shot. But Burchelt is scared. He's not going to fight here. I don't want to say he's scared, but his team's talking about, oh, it's not a good style matchup, and you know what that means, right? It's the same thing that Robert Garcia said about Terrence Crawford for Mikey. It's the same thing that Freddie Roach said about Terrence Crawford to Pacquiao. It's not a good style matchup, blah, blah, blah. So, Burchelt ducked. He was in the ring like he was supposed to fight, and he ran off. Why was he in the ring after the Jamel fight if he wasn't going to take the fight? Maybe he thought the Japanese guy was going to win, so that's who he wanted to fight. And he saw that performance that Jamel put on, and now he don't want to fight. Have at it. Figure that. So now we have Lamont Roach. Like I said, he is a mandatory. He does have he is nice, has nice speed, decent power, good footwork. So it's going to be a real challenge for him. It's not going to be and he's a young prime black fighter. That man got heart. So this is going to be a real challenge for Jamel. You know what I mean? I've seen that he's been working in the gym, so he's gonna have to stay tight. He's gonna have to continue using his angles. He's gonna have to definitely use a check hook and half uppercuts, not a fully extended uppercut, but a tight, compact inside uppercut that I was seeing Lamont that was susceptible to. Um, Jamel is the bigger fighter. He is going to be the stronger fighter. You know, I would give Lamont the faster hands, but I think Jamel has the faster counter, the faster thinker in the ring, so he's able to react and actually put into play what he's seeing. So some guys might have fast hands, but they don't know how to react, or they're not good counters. So they just throw punches and waste a lot of punches, not hitting anything. So as I look at their fights, you know what I mean. Jamel has had the better competition, but neither one of them are deep in the game, so they don't have 30 fights and all of this. So we're talking about guys who are building their careers and building their resumes as we go. And Jamel is the champion, so this is a step up fight for Lamont Roach. I would think that this is, I wouldn't say it's a step up fight for Jamel because he just fought for to win the world title, but I'd say as far as a volunteer or a shot, a first title defense, this is going to be a tough one. So I got it about 60-40 Jamel. If it goes the distance, I'm looking at a 8-4 type fight, maybe 7-5 if Lamont is motivated and has a great night. But I'm looking at Jamel to pull out a strong performance, one that'll solidify him as, I think, the top 130 pounder. Tevin Foreman's good boxing skills. I would like to see that. I would pick Jamel Herring because I think he's bigger, less tread on the tires as far as, well, they both have lost fights, but Tevin Farmer, you know, he lost some early fights, and he looks sharp in those DAZN fights where they keeping him active, but it's like he's fighting a little bit of nobody, and one fight I think he had was a decent name, and that went, I mean, and that was a rough fight for Tevin, and sometimes he want to hang on the inside and fight in the pocket sometimes when he should be using his skills to move around because he's not a hard puncher. So he has to make up with not one shot but number of shots. So I would favor Jamel Herring versus Tevin Former. I already would favor him versus Burchell. And who's the other 130 pounder? Oh, it's slipping by my eye right now. Well, I guess it was Tank, but Tank has vacated and moved up to 135. So whoever is fighting for the title that he vacated. Oh, I guess it's gonna be Leo Santa Cruz, right? Right, Leo Santa Cruz. So I would favor Jamel Herring against Leo Santa Cruz. Leo just throws a lot of punches. He would be able to turn them. We've seen the superior boxer in Carl Frampton beat him, beat a Leo. We saw Abner put hands on Leo. So I would favor Herring in that fight against Leo. Leo's an aggressive fighter as far as punches, but they're pity pat punches. There ain't no power in them. I don't see him having the power to hurt a Jamel Herring. So I would favor Herring in that. So, but back to the fight Saturday, ESPN Plus. I think it's going to be a great one. This is another opportunity for Herring to keep ascending. You know what I mean? And shout out to our military. Shout out to the fighting Marine. You know what I mean? Shout out to everybody back in Omaha. Shout out to BNB. Shout out to Crawford. Shout out to the whole team here. Y'all keep helping this young man develop to become that unified champion that Bomac and Red and Esau them deserve. We need multiple unified champions. You know what I mean? And I just want to make sure that if you don't got ESPN Plus, make sure you download it for that $4.99 or whatever it is, or shit, call me, come through, go over somebody else who got it. Just check it out, show some support, give them some good numbers, man, and let's stand behind decent guy fighters, man, like dudes who are solid family dudes. Like it's weird sometimes we want to fascinate over guys who are trashy type individual dudes, but not. They might like. I don't want to say a trashy person because I don't like talking disrespectful about people, but people with a not as high a character as Jamel would be getting. You know what I mean, pressed. Like we have Broner who's losing all these fights and he's still a popular guy just because of his antics. You know what I mean? We got a Tank running around always talking shit about other black fighters, but Lomachenko called him out. That boy quiet as a mouse. So let's show love to people like Terrence Crawford, Jamel Herring, Earl Spence, uh, guys who are, I mean, they ain't running around trying to be clowns. You know what I mean, they're more quiet, more humble type people. Uh, but we gotta celebrate them all. Let's celebrate a Deontay Wilder who ain't making a mockery of us, who's standing tall as a real black man, who's standing firm on what he believes and not running around with tight ass pants on and tight ass chains on, drunk all the time, fucking acting like a fool, making us look bad. And then when it's time to fight, niggas ain't niggas ain't coming to fight. You know what I mean? They'll try to fight another black man before they even say anything to a white fighter calling them out. Lomachenko been on Tank neck. Tank talking shit about Devin Haney. He's talking shit about Bud Crawford. He's talking shit about Wilder, talking about Wilder fight like a girl. Like, come on, dude. You dress like a girl. You out of shape. You got a motherfucking choker chain around your neck like you're a female fetisher. And you want to talk about a real dude like a Terrence Crawford who really from the streets, who really came from the era where we coming up trying to take care of our family, not trying to tear down the next man. You know what I mean? So, and all of this hate on Wilder, oh, he fight like a girl, Fury won. And the same thing people say about Wilder, they say about you. Oh, he just has power. He don't have that many boxing skills. So, Tank, why are you talking about Wilder fight like a girl when people say all the same things they say about Wilder, they say about you? And you have the opportunity to say, yeah, my black fans are going to support me in Atlanta. And you talking about, oh, we're coming around. They're coming around. Shut up, chump. You know what I mean? You wish you had some white and Mexican fans. And y'all keep talking like that, talking shit about Broner. Talking shit about Wilder, talking shit about Crawford, talking shit about Haney. Dudes who are real, who speak their mind, who are standing tall and who are fighting. And you and Broner running around, hugged up, hands all on each other with choker chains on, drunk, running through Vegas looking like some fucking clowns. So let's celebrate the real ones, man, and and shout out to Jamel Herring, man. Good luck. We pulling for you. We hoping you do well. We know Lamont Roach is gonna be a tough, tall order. But you got the right people in your quarter. You got the right mentality. So everything gonna work out for you, man. So like I said, make sure y'all check out that ESPN Plus Saturday night, and we can look forward to a good fight, and it'll be in steel. And I'll probably come back after the weigh-ins and just give y'all details on what I see. You know what I mean, how everybody looking, did they make weight clearly, and just to set the stage for the next day. You know what I mean, so look forward to coming back here with me Friday when I'm gonna hit you with a little weigh-in talk, and then get us prepared for that fight Saturday. So it's your boy Storm on Boxing. Just had to drop another video. And I catch you on the next one, man. Like I said, man, come smart with me. Come smart with me, man. Peace.